Y'all, y'all know I don't really come on my platform talking about negativity a lot and talking about what's on the news, blase, blase. But I had to speak on this situation, even though it's occurred multiple times, and it looked like it's getting worse, or it was, or things were done behind the scenes that we didn't know, but now things is coming to the forefront, coming to the light. The thing about this case here, Tyre Nichols, the video that I saw disturbed me to my very core. It upset me to my very spirit. I try to stay away from the news, and I try to stay away from negativity, and I try to stay away from stuff that could dampen my spirit and could make me have hatred in my heart, have animosity, in my heart. I don't want to have that. But when I watch five black police officers beat a man that was defensive, had no weapons, small, 150-pound man, skinny, I probably could have took him. But man, man's still strong. Even though he little, he still got it at the strength. I felt the fear that Tyre had in that moment when they pulled him out the car. He didn't even know why. I would have ran too. I felt in my spirit, man. If I went, I would be scared. And then they beat him. Like he was not human. They used that badge to power trip. Had a little ego. They used that badge to act like ruthless, maybe gang members. They that badge that they was had on didn't mean that at that point. They have defamed that badge. They have made us look at the badge a little different. A person that's holding back, do you have malice intent? Do you have hatred in your heart? Are you racist? What they need to do self-evaluations. Look at people's cases. Look at if anybody complained about this person. Look how the track record. Evaluate these people. Coach these people on how to deal with people. How to deal with society. If you don't have a heart to make the community better, then step down. If you don't have a heart and if you don't have the temperament to deal with people, sit down. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. I admit is a high crime rate city. Yes, you have a lot of crimes, a lot of robberies, a lot of stolen cars. They do all kinds of stuff in Memphis. Memphis is off the chain. Yes, indeed. So maybe gave them a little rage. They had a little rage and a little because they've been dealing with constant issues in Memphis, and maybe they maybe it was they irritated, but they should not. If you got a person in handcuffs and they don't have a weapon, don't keep hitting them in the face. If you got a person on the ground, they have no weapon, don't keep tasing them. Put them handcuffs on and pull them up. You got about 2-3 people there. Pull them up and put them in the car. And when he called out for his mother in that video, he was calling for help. He was not only calling for his mother, but he was calling for help. He was saying, "Save me! Somebody come out the houses and save me! Somebody step in and save me!" But nobody did. And as a black woman, I am disgusted. I am ashamed of these black men, police officers now, all that we go through with black on black crime, all that we go through with on our jobs, we have to fight for a seat at the table. We have to fight. We have to work harder than any race to keep our job. We have to deal with racism still to this day because of the color of our skin. Not for anything else, but because of the color of skin. People, black people, not only black people, Hispanic people, we go through something. We have to prove ourselves. We have to go through loops and hoops for promotions. We get passed over for promotions based on our skin color. I know because I've been through it. You don't get opportunities like the next because of your skin color. You got to work 20 times hard because of your skin color. Even though you've done all the work, even though you may have the education, even though you may have your stuff together, you're still judged by the color of your skin, and opportunities still are being passed over you because of the color of your skin. But I tell you one thing, my faith always have been with God. God has always carried me. So every opportunity that they didn't give me, every race that they didn't give me, every promotion that I was deserving of, God always restores it back tenfold. God always orders my footsteps and say, hey, Creek, maybe that wasn't meant for you. Maybe your path is this way. God always changes things. He always makes the tail the head. He always makes the ones that people look over, them be the bosses. Them be the ones that he bless openly. Them be the ones that lead the pack. Them be the ones he gets double for the trouble. But when I saw them videos, my heart sank. I couldn't watch it. I watched a couple times. I couldn't watch it no more. I said, this is disturbing my peace. Because the simple fact, the other officers just watching as this man is getting brutally hit and beat. And nobody stepped in, which is disturbing too. Nobody stepped in. None of the neighbors came out, which is disturbing too. All that commotion. Nobody has sense enough to say this is enough. Enough is enough. Just like Floyd. Enough is enough. And people should be treated as human, not an animal. People should be treated as a human being because we all are human. We may have different skin complexions. I might be darker than you, and you might have light complexion. You might be light complexion, or you might be Caucasian. Whatever it is, we're all in this world together, and we all need each other. At the end of the day, when you in that nursing home, it don't matter if that doctor black, white, Puerto Rican. It don't matter. You want some help, don't you? Even if you're put in a nursing home, you want somebody to help you. It don't matter what color they are, what race they are. You want some help. And I am charging this to the black officers. I want them to sit there. They should get charged. Along with the people that were there watching. Along with them paramedics too. Waited. It was like almost 30 minutes before the paramedics came. And they didn't. They saw him slumped over. Of course, he been beaten. He probably couldn't hold up himself because his spinal cord was probably out of whack. They should be held accountable for what they have done and for what they didn't intervene. All of them should be charged. And into the fact that every day we have black on black crime. Yes. Every day we got killings. Every day gang members killing each other. Yes, every day we have racism. Every day we deal with racism. Every day we deal with black on black crime, black on white crime, Hispanics against white and white against Hispanic, black people against Hispanic. But we all in this together. And I'm about peace. I'm about love. I'm about bringing everybody together because we all bring something to the table. But don't leave me out the table. Don't leave me out because I should be there at the table too. If my merits are correct and if I have something to bring, don't exclude me. But it's disheartening. And for those black men to do that, and all that we as a culture been through, all that we have been trying to accomplish, they just watched it. They just sent us back a couple. They just sent us back a couple of years. It does not make sense to me. We already got to deal with racist police. We already got to deal with all this combined. And you know what the racist people sitting back watching and laughing. They watching. They ain't even care. They ain't saying boo. You want to know why? They love when black people kill each other and hurt each other. We got to do better. We have to do better and learn. Learn and do better. I pray that through this situation, that there are regulations put in place, that there's a law passed, put in place for situations just as this, to eliminate all this police brutality. Well, there's got to be some protocol before you pull somebody out their car, before you jack them up, before you punch them in the face for no reason. And I know it get frustrated when people are not cooperative, but you don't put your hands on people and use your badge to hit people in the face and beat them with a bat. You don't use your badge to pull people out of cars for no reason. You don't even know their name. You ain't even give them a chance to explain. You treat people like you would want to be treated, like it's your son, your daughter, your cousin, your uncle. Because I tell you one thing, I got two brothers and a dad. And I fear sometimes I'm apprehensive about our black men. And my brother always, he tells me, he said, Christian, sometimes I get pulled over for no reason. Just because of the color of my skin, just because I got dreads. And it shouldn't be like that, but it is. We got we got all this stuff accounted against us because of the color of our skin, because of how we wear our hair, because of how we look, because of how we dress. We're targeted. So we have to do things in decency. Or when they tell us to put our hands up, we got to put our hands up and don't move. We got to fear. You know, I get nervous sometimes when any cop pulls up beside me. It gets me nervous because I don't know if they got racist intent. They're trying to meet a quota. I don't know if their heart is not in the right place. They done had a bad day. I don't know. But I don't want to be the one. I ain't trying to be the one. So I ask God always to cover me. And I pray at you. That's why you should pray before you leave your home, because you don't never know. You may not return. I pray whenever I come back to my house unharmed and safely. And when I come back to my home in one piece, I said, thank you, God. That's a blessing in itself to return. And I tell y'all to open up your eyes, be mindful, be wise, young people. Be cautious. And listen. Listen. Don't react. Don't rebuttal. That's what they want you to do, is get angry. So they can play like you were uncooperative. So you be calm, but have your sense. Have your phone out. It's a good thing we got technology. Technology could be a good thing. We got to use that technology to our advantage. And when you see something that ain't right, you get them phones out and you start filming. You get them phones out and you start recording when you see things ain't quite right. We gotta be our brothers keeper. We gotta stand together as civilians, as citizens, as neighbors, as brothers and sisters, because we are our brothers keeper. Don't just sit back and watch stuff happen. Don't just sit back in your house and be quiet about it. But get your phone out and do something productive. We get our phones out for other stuff. We get our phones out when we at club shaking our tail feather. When we get our phones to show our outfits of the day. We get our phones out to do stupid stuff, do stupid pranks, and do this and do that. We get our phones out to be famous, and we get our phones out to do this and that. We do. We get our phones out, be nosy on Facebook, Instagram. We do that. Be judging on Facebook, Instagram, see what people doing, being nosy. But we have to start thinking, y'all. We have to use technology. They say technology is a bad thing, but no, it's not a bad thing. It's useful in these times. In these times and days, these days and time, We need it because the word says that the heart of man will wax cold. And I see it. I see it in the news. That's why I gotta stop. I start watching the news. I see it in the news. The heart of man ain't the same like it used to be. We ain't neighbors. I talked to this lady at the grocery store, no, at the Dollar Tree the other day. She said people ain't like they used to be. Neighbors ain't like they used to be. I said, yeah, you gotta watch the neighbors too, cause they ain't like they used to be. I said, you better watch your stuff. You better have your ring camera on. You better be on go. You better have your piece. You got a piece. I don't believe it. I don't like guns. My daddy got loads of guns. I don't like guns. I get my stun gun. I get my taser. I'll taser mess out of you. I pepper spray it. Yeah, I will do that. Cause I don't want to hurt nobody. Cause I got a heart for people. I got a love for all humanity. I love all races. I love cause my family is mixed up with all different races, all different skin types, tones, all different hair. I love all people. But I ain't studying that stuff. I ain't studying that racism. I'm not studying that black on black crime. I'm not studying none of it. And I pray that Tyre family get justice. I pray it's not gonna bring them back, but I pray that justice is served and it goes further, and that they get everybody that was there, everybody that was a witness. I pray that they get some time too. I pray that something is done and not just brushed under the rug. And I pray that something is done as far as the White House, because it's things that's happening that the cameras don't catch. They been doing this little whatever they would call this little police gang. They been doing stuff like this, but they been caught up now because somebody died. But this stuff has been going on for decades, where black people, Hispanic people being killed for nonsense. And we got to do better, y'all. Police brutality at its finest. We got to stop this police brutality, because all it's doing is making it worse. The police are being fearful for their life. When they're at a stop, they're fearing for their life because they don't know if the citizen in the car is gonna pull out a gun and shoot them. They don't know. The good cops get the bad end of the stick because of these crooked cops, because of these crooked policemen. The good cops suffer. And I'm so sorry. My heart aches. I am so sorry. I pray for the good ones out here that's trying to make a difference. I pray that they return home. I pray no harm, hurt, harm, and danger come to them. I pray, because a police officer, that's a job that I probably wouldn't want my husband to have, because you don't know if they're gonna return home or not. You have that fear. If something out there in the field, somebody shoot them, you have that fear someone gonna stab them and they not return back home to you. That's a job that I probably couldn't do. I just, my heart just goes out to, and I thank God for all the good cops, all the good guys, all the ones that's got good hearts. I thank God for them. The ones that intervene when they see the crooked cops at the. I thank God for them, for the good ones. The good ones, y'all keep the faith. Y'all stand firm. And I pray that laws are changed. Y'all keep making a difference. Y'all protect yourselves and be wise and be on the lookout to protect yourself at all costs. But remember to treat everybody like they're human. There's somebody. Ain't nobody above nobody. In my eyes, ain't nobody, whether you got a badge or not, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, ain't nobody above nobody. We all on equal playing field. We all are equal, you know? And I just, my heart just, I gotta get myself in that positive mojo. I gotta get myself together, because I'm a positive person. I don't like stuff like this. I don't like things that we can prevent. I don't like to see senseless acts done when things somebody could have de-escalated that in a quick second. I don't like that. That's disheartening. It just makes you wonder. It makes you think, and it makes you look at things in a different way. But y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay encouraged. Y'all stay loving. Stay kind to one another. Love on your family. Love on your loved ones. And pray. Whenever you, before you leave the house, pray. Always pray. Always cover your children, your husband, your wife. Always put that blood. Always put the blood of Jesus Christ over your family. Always pray. Prayer is a powerful thing. Prayer can go where you can't go. Prayer can intervene on some things. Don't tell me, because I already know what prayer can do. Prayer can stop you. Prayer can prevent an accident from being fatal to just being minor. Prayer can help with some sickness if you're in the hospital. Prayer can turn that diagnosis around where they thought they saw cancer. It could turn it around. They won't even see it. And then what they wonder what happened. Prayer can deliver a whole lot of things. It can it's a powerful thing. I'm telling you. Prayer can help and shape the heart. Help get that heart right. Prayer can move that head, that spirit, man. Prayer can move that heart, that stoned heart, that cold heart, and make it warm again. Prayer can fix that marriage. Prayer can protect your son or your daughter that's out there in the streets. Prayer, prayer, y'all. But y'all stay encouraged. Y'all keep me uplifted, y'all. Keep me in your prayers. Always keep. If you don't remember nothing I said on tonight, remember my name, Cree. Just call me Cree. And just keep me in your prayers. Keep me lifted daily. And I'll be all that God has called me to be. I ain't perfect. Nobody is. I got my flaws. I don't cross every T and dot every I. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I love God and God loves me. He knows me. He knows the and outs of me. And all I can do is just be real and be honest. I ain't never been no fake one. I ain't never been nobody who put on a persona for people, who put on an image. I'm just me. I'm just a little old Cree. That's all I am. And I just love people. I'm just a concerned person. I always been that way. I always had a loving heart for people. I could talk to anybody. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what job title you got. I can talk to a CEO just like I'm talking to y'all. I can talk to a manager just like I'm talking to y'all. I can talk to Biden just like I'm talking to y'all, to Kamala Harris. It does not fail me. Your caliber, your title, nothing. Because at the end of the day, we all human. We all go to the bathroom the same way. We all put on our pants the same way. We all eat the same way. We all get out here. We human. We people. Just the titles are, the titles and statuses changes, but we all human at the end of the day. So y'all stay blessed. Y'all pray for Tyre Nichols' family. Pray for them as the upcoming days of trials start and all this hoopla. I'll be glad when all this is said and done. But that y'all still remember his name, even after this year. Even after this month, remember people like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all those, and the young lady that got killed by her friends that she thought were her friends. And there's another thing, y'all. Watch people that want to surround themselves around you. Don't tell everybody everything, even your closest friend. Don't tell everybody everything, because sometimes, even though you think that they're your friends, sometimes they secretly sometimes be envious, and they praying on your downfall. They're praying on you. If your marriage or relationship don't work, they'll talk about you behind your back and pray on it and pray on your down. Don't tell nobody nothing. Your good news, your bad news, in between. Keep it to yourself. I always been a private person. I don't tell people a lot of things because sometimes people do mess up your blessing. when they mouth on it. They mess up your blessing. When they ain't praying for you, they're praying against you. And sometimes, I've seen it happen. You be at a wedding, people get married, and then the friends of the bride and groom, they sit around and talk negative about the relationship. They praying on the downfall of the relationship, and they ain't even let the marriage go on. I've seen it happen. I've seen where people think that people are their friends and people is down for them and people is in their corner when really in all actuality they ain't. They just putting on a fake persona. They putting on a fake image and they're praying on your downfall. So babies, move in silence. That's my lesson for y'all in 2023. Move in silence and let your glow up prove itself. When you glow up, when you get that good paying job, when you get that new car, when you get that new home, let them see your glow up. Don't tell everything. Don't let the devil know everything that you do. What they say? Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. Don't ever do that. Walk in silence, babies. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay encouraged. Remember your sis, your local auntie, your cousin, your neighbor. I'm your neighbor, your cousin, your local auntie. I'm your neighbor down the street. I'm rooting for you. You stay in the ring like I'm going to do. Stay in the ring. Stay prayed up. Stay encouraged. Because we got this. Put on your boxing gloves and keep fighting. Keep fighting against all odds, babies. See ya. Bye, y'all.